6:47 a.m. I am barely awake, but this is what our daily routine looks like living on a sailboat on the hard stand in Trinidad. Oh, is that so? It's now about 8:10. I'm more awake. I'm gonna say good morning to my little buddy. Got a quote for some gel coat, had to deal with that. Got a quote for a shipment I'm doing to the States, had to deal with that. Also got a quote for some stuff that we're doing with our Code Zero sales, so I had to have a quick look at that. Now it's time to go to the bathroom. Being on the hard stand, we have no indoor bathroom, so time to go for a walk through the yard. Need to make sure you got a key card here because it's card access, but they do have the nicest bathrooms of any yard that I've been in. Oh, you are a happy girl. I'll let you down when I get back. Today's probably going to be quite busy as well. I mean, every day is in the boatyard, but I have a delivery coming this morning of food. There's basically a local Costco equivalent called Price Mart, and they deliver. And for me, I would rather pay the delivery and have them bring it here than have to go and spend the time driving into Port of Spain. Especially, I've heard there's some roadworks from a sinkhole that appeared the other day. We've got some more fiberglassing to do down in the office. And then this afternoon, we are meant to be going to an island home for the night. So I have to have everything wrapped up by 4 o'clock so we can head down the islands. Hopefully it's not thunderstorming like it's predicted it's going to. You can see the travel lift team are already getting ready to haul out a boat today. And the bathrooms are just under there. Now it's time to head back to the boat and let Rose off to do her morning business. I mean, she's not tied up at night, so I'm pretty sure she just takes herself down, but during the day especially, she waits for us to tell her she can go down because she is a 10 out of 10 good dog. Often when one of us is coming back, she hears us and she'll be hanging off the back looking at you. Not today though. Rose, do you want to come wheeze? Oh, is that so? Where have you been? Where were you? You let yourself off this morning. You cheeky witch. Because we're fully fenced in here and we are a little bit more isolated, it's fantastic if you have a dog. And that's one thing we found about Trinidad, and like Peak has been great about having a dog. So as a dog owner, you appreciate that. Some places I looked at, they had like just a whole page of rules just for dogs. All right, time to get back upstairs. Come on, let's go. Good dog. So it's like 8:30 now and the guys are not out of bed yet, but that's not surprising to me. It's usually 9:30. I know I had a look at one of the cameras and Trent didn't go to bed till like 2 in the morning. So I think I'm just gonna quietly clean up the saloon because I can't be bothered being on my laptop just yet. At the moment, we're in a very transitional period with the saloon and the boat in general because we are doing a huge spring clean. When we left Australia, we had a 20-foot sea container. And when you hire a 20-foot sea container and you're putting household stuff in it, weight really doesn't matter. So we bought everything, the most ridiculous stuff you can think of. And now we're going through the boat and we're just getting rid of stuff that, you know, we've been living on the boat a few years now. And if we haven't needed it, we don't need it. So, you know, as fast as we clean up the saloon, we then make another mess. What I'm doing here is just bagging up some pre-made meals for when I'm in Australia. It means that while I'm away, the guys don't have to spend hours cooking for themselves each day. They can literally just pull one out, cook some rice, and then they can focus on doing things around the boat. So around here, we kind of really focus on what is the best plan that has the greatest macro benefit, the greatest benefit to us as a unit, rather than, you know, oh, well, we all must do the exact equal amount of each job. Like, that's just silly. So we play to our strengths, and that helps us get things done around here. I'm the best cook, I'm efficient at it, and I enjoy it, so that is a job I should take. That brings my total of pre-cooked meals up to 13. When we're having dinner, I'm just bulk cooking to meal prep. So yeah, it's just not that much effort that's going to save so much time for them down the road when I'm not here. It's 9:30, basically bang on when I predicted. These two have appeared, which means it's my morning coffee break and their attempt to feel like a live human being coffee. This is just kind of like our morning routine, happens every morning around this time. And then once we've had our coffee and had a chat, then everyone splits and does what they need to get done. Morning coffee in peace, as always. It's very grown up and sensible around here, especially at coffee o'clock. What's your plan today, buddy?
Ooh, look at Trinidad. Ooh, look at Bulkheads.
You look like a Trodo.
It's not that bad. Soon he'll start to take up soccer and we'll be able to make real money off it.
It is like real party in the front today.
I love it.
It's how I slap proper bed hair.
Just got the call to say that PriceSmart is here, so I need to go down, get the groceries, bring them up, put them away. The delivery guys, I know you watch sometimes, you're fantastic, so let's go grab the food. I mentioned that we're going to Gasbury Island this afternoon and we're going to go and see a friend at their island house. Going there is why I got this PriceSmart delivered today, because I didn't actually have anything to take with us. And whenever we go to the house, I take food, usually ribs, so that I can cook a barbecue for everybody. So these are gonna have to sit here and defrost so I can put green seasoning on them this afternoon. And then this is just some more meat for the pre-cooking I'm doing for the boys. I want it to defrost though because it's really bulky in these trays, and I can cut down the space in the fridge by letting it defrost, and then I can just cook it tomorrow. This is about the point where my microphone died without me noticing, but Tynan was back working on the bulkhead that he started fixing in our last video. Here, he's skimming the radius with a mixture of 404 and West Systems epoxy to create a uniform, smooth surface for the final wrap of fiberglass, which was planned for later that afternoon. One of my favourite things about living on the boat is travelling the world the way you do. You get to experience a lot of different ways of cooking. And in Trinidad, one of the biggest things that we have fallen in love with is green seasoning. So I kind of have my own version of it now that I make in my head. Originally the recipe came from a Trini friend of mine, and then I don't know, I just kept making it, and over time I just now do it out of my own head with what I've got. No measuring of ratios, nothing technical, but essentially it is parsley, chives, or as we call them in Australia, spring onions, then pimentos and peppers, I've got here, and then you usually would use thyme. Usually you'd use thyme, but my friend uses Spanish thyme, so that's what I use too, and I think it does make a difference. So far, parsley, a couple pimentos. I'm going to strip the Spanish thyme now, which is not a fun job. With the peppers, I like to throw in one of each colour so that it has a little bit of colour in the green seasoning. We do like spicy food though. Trent didn't want plants on the boat until he tasted a Moruga chili. Now when we leave Trinidad, we will be bringing Moruga chili plants with us, because that thing has it's not like a spice I've tasted from anything else. That's the green seasoning made, so now it's time to cut up the ribs, put this on it, and I might put some on the chicken too. I know some people will soak these, some will boil them. I don't. In Australia, we tend to literally just throw the meat on the barbecue. So that is exactly how I do them here too, and they always turn out really tender, so I'm going to stick with my method. So that's the ribs done. As well as the ribs though, I also want to take some chicken. And then I'm going to add some seasoning to these ones as well. It's making you laugh. I have about half an hour to kill before we head down the islands. Tynan is doing another round of fiberglassing, so what he really needs from me is to open the fly screen and the door. So that will work, because I was actually thinking about doing some cleaning out here anyway. Between cleaning the boat out, moving things around to accommodate the works we're doing, having a very fluffy dog aboard who likes to walk through mud, and just the general nature of the humidity of the tropics and mold growing, keeping our rear cockpit clean is really just a losing battle. So while we're on the hard stand, what we really focus on is making sure that it's functional, that it operates well for the work that we're doing, and we keep the mold at bay, because that's just not something we want to have set in. You can see the color difference. That was something productive for my 20 minutes. I'll finish that bottom cushion probably tomorrow when we get back. Go see what Tynan's doing.
My hand doesn't go in any further.
Do you need me to get gloves on?
No, I've got the rollers here.
Oh, okay. The top's starting to come off.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to just get the air out with my hands.
Yeah, and then you'll get in there with those rollers.
And then I'm just going to have to stand here with the rollers because it's so heavy. I'm just going to have to chill here for a while. Try not to push too much resin out. Try and get all of the air out.
What do you think of the roller?
I soaked it in acetone.
Yeah.
And it seems to be doing better. Oh, you really do not want to stick, do you?
You got your bottom falling off too.
Yeah. It's going to be a case of just sitting here and
playing with it till it goes off.
I even mixed up a little bit of 404.
Yep.
To make it like a really, like, not thick, but like a goo.
Yeah.
And brushed it on everywhere.
Yeah.
To help keep it stuck.
Yep.
I'm glad I did that.
Looks very neat though, the work, like the job you've done. How was lunch with the boys?
Yeah, good. Can't complain. Nice burger, chips, and a double rum and coke for less than 100 TT.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'd call that value.
At one point during the repair, Tynan needed a little more of the resin paste. So, while he headed downstairs, it was up to me to put on a pair of gloves, tie back my hair best I could, and babysit the fiberglass until he could get back. You coming back in? You'll have to go back for me to come out.
Huh?
You'll have to go back for me to come out. Okay.
All good, no problems.
No, all good. Because our friend is bringing his 5 dogs, we're not going to take Rose tonight. So Trent just took her for a walk and then it absolutely bucketed rain. So the pair of them look like they've been swimming. Did you get wet? Oh, yep, thank you. We will head to Power Boats, which is the yard we were in last time, just to meet up with the pirogue and head to Gaspé Island. time for dinner. So that's it from me. Good night.